Hi everyone, and welcome back to another short sermon. This month we're talking about Psalm chapter 1, and right now we are on the 6th and last verse. First I'm going to quote it. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to ruin. Now, I want to explain that verse. First of all, verse 6 is actually a summary of the whole chapter, right? Because it talks about the righteous and the wicked. So, it mentions the righteous first, and then the wicked, because God's plan A is for the righteous. It is his if-else statement. If this person is righteous, he enters heaven. Else, he suffers, which means he's wicked. So, plan A is for the righteous, but plan B is for the wicked. Alright? So God first desires us to be righteous. Alright? He first desires us to have the blessing before the wrath. Alright? So the Lord shows mercy before judgment. Now, when you see the word for, it means for this reason. So it says for, because of everything that was just mentioned in the chapter. This is why. Here is the conclusion. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous. So we see that the Lord watches everyone. Now, how does the Lord watch everyone? Well, he has angels, myriads of them, watching everyone. Now, my question is, God cannot look at sin, so how can he watch people when they do things wrong? Because when you do something wrong, God already knows about it. He already saw you, and he cannot look at sin. So, it displeases God when you sin, because he's watching you, and when you do sin, it displeases him. So, if you have the fear of the Lord, you would not want to do anything wrong. Alright? But this is not what the verse is talking about. It says he watches over the way of the righteous. Now, righteous people still sin. But why he watches over the ways? To keep them from going astray. He also places them on the right path. When they do go astray, he will place them on the right path. Alright? And let me just mention this. No watchman just watches up top of a tower and sees someone, an intruder, walking in their building, and then the watchman just watches everything that the robber does and then leaves. The watchman is going to take action when he sees that intruder coming in that building. He's not just going to watch him steal everything. He's going to call out to everyone else, and the people who are not watching, they're going to catch him. Something part of the military. Well, God does the same thing. He does not leave anyone unpunished. Alright? The first thing he does is pretty much convict them of sin. He convicts people of sin even if they do not have the Holy Spirit. Why? Because when they do something wrong, they feel bad about it. But when they do something good, they have a good feeling. So that is what God places in their heart. Alright? And the feelings are not everything. There will be aftermath consequences. So, he also may keep a record of your good and bad deeds. Alright? Unless you be asked for forgiveness. And you gotta figure, he also watches over what we say out of our mouth. There were angels recording everything that we are saying and reporting them to God. Now you may think, well, that's no big deal. I mean, if a man was listening to me, and that would have been even more so. But God, He knows everything. Yeah, He knows everything enough to, well, pretty much let someone else know about it too. That has happened before. For example, if you're doing something wrong, or if you're in a certain situation, God knows about it, and He can tell someone else. That can happen. It does not happen all the time, rarely, but sometimes it does. Now, He watches over the way of the righteous, which means He may change circumstances around for your good. So if something happens, even if it looks bad, it may actually be good because it was God's will for that to happen. It happened for a reason, to let you know about something. Okay, I'm going to give a car driving example. You're driving in a car, and all of a sudden you come to a construction site and you have to stop. Well, you have to wait though for a few minutes. Well, finally, after those few minutes, you can continue on with your driving. Yeah, nothing happened. But a few minutes ago, there may have been a car accident somewhere at the interstate, and so if you did not stop and kept on driving, then you would have ran right into that car accident and probably got hurt. So God was saving you from that accident, even if you never knew about it. So God works in mysterious ways that we may not even know about. We have no idea how many times God saved us from an accident. You know? Now let me mention this. People who do not have Christ, they can run into those accidents easily because they live their lives with chance. Like anything could happen. Probability. What's the probability of me having a car accident? Well, with God, it's not that way because God will make sure that you do not run into any accidents or any other circumstance, and God will make sure that you go to your destination on time. He does not perform His tasks too late, and He does not perform them too early either. Okay? So, if you go to your destination at the wrong timing, if it was too early or too late, God may have did that for a reason, that you had to be there at a certain time. It's possible for the Holy Spirit to transport someone from one place to another. It has happened before, even though it's rare. Okay, I hope I'm not getting off topic here. But let me mention this. The way of the righteous is narrow and straight. It's like a straight line. However, the way of the wicked is wide and crooked. Alright? It's easy, barely easy, to tell what is the correct path. Just look for a narrow, straight path with a light in front of it. That's the path that you're supposed to go on. Any path that is wide, crooked, and in darkness, it's not the correct path. Alright? Now, the ways of the wicked may succeed for a while, but know that in the end, their plans will ultimately fail. Alright? So do not look at what the circumstances are going on right now, because the tables will get turned. The righteous will succeed, and the plans of the wicked will fail. Well, I'm out of time for today. I just talked about Psalm chapter 1 and Next month, I will talk about Psalm chapter 23, the Good Shepherd. In the meantime, see you later.